Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard. It's a damn fine day to talk about a book, and today we are here for a book review, and we're going to talk about Fever House by Keith Rosson. This is my second Rosson read, having done way back when I was doing this heavily and reviewing books. I did a early release copy of Road 7. I want to say that might have been put out by Meerkat Press. I'm not 100% sure, but it's been a long time since I've read Rawson. But I remember really liking Road 7, and it was really unlike anything I'd ever read. Really liked Keith Rawson's style. So, um, again, I got this book on my birthday book haul. So when I was, chugging up and down the aisles at Barnes and Noble, and I saw this one, I knew that I was going to grab it. I've also got the sequel to this, which is called. Hold on. It is called The Devil by Name, and I think this is going to be the next book that I read. But we're here today to talk about Fever House, and I'm going to give you a little bit of synopsis, and then I'll tell you what I thought about it. But San Francisco Chronicle says a modern meets classic horror story that keeps the stakes high until the very last sentence. Anyway, so when leg breaker Hutch Holtz rolls up to a rundown apartment complex in Portland, Oregon to collect overdue drug money, a severed hand is the last thing he expects to find stashed in the client's refrigerator. Hutch quickly realizes that the hand induces uncontrollable madness. Anyone in its proximity is overcome with a boundless compulsion for violence. Within hours, catastrophic forces are set into motion. Dark op government agents who have been desperately hunting for the hand are on Hutch's tail. More of the city's residents fall under its brutal influence, and suddenly all of Portland stands at the precipice of disaster. But it's all the same for Catherine Moriarty, a singer whose sudden fame and precipitous downfall were followed by the mysterious death of her estranged husband. Suicide, allegedly. Her trauma has made her agoraphobic, shackled within the confines of her apartment. Her son, Nick, has moved home to care for her, quietly making his living working for Hutch's boss. When Hutch calls Nick in distress, looking for someone else to take the hand, Catherine and Nick are plunged into a global struggle that will decimate the walls of the carefully arranged life they've built. Mother and son must evade both crazed, bloodthirsty masses and deceitful government agents while exercising family secrets that have risen from the dead, secrets they soon discover that might hold the very key to humanity's survival. Yeah. So again, look, it's part crime novel, part military dark op story, part um biblical, I mean remnants of this biblical demonic type importance, and it all, collides on the page here. It's very, very fast paced. It's very, very action packed. Now the story is told with, characters. Each chapter, is a character, and for me, like when that happens, I find that I definitely choose sides. I choose a character that I like most, and I don't want to go so far as to say then I don't enjoy when we switch away from that particular character as part of the story. I think that's what I'm saying though. Like, so we've got these I guess Hutch and Nick, and these guys are on kind of on the edge of petty crime, kind of got some minor, ties to like maybe organized crime, less than ethical modes of making their money, right? And then we've got these dark op, like, military governmental type characters. And for me, like I really dug it when we were with the crime guys, but not so much when we were with the dark op people, whatever. So like I said, remnants. I mean, we and another thing I will say is that Rawson likes to kill characters. So you will meet a character, hear they're part of the story, and you quickly realize after maybe this happens a couple times that um at the end of this particular chapter that it's a guessing game as to whether this character is going to die or move on into the story. So yeah, but I mean, really, it comes down to these remnants, these things, these uh, you know, there's a hand, and that's really the major focus of this story. But there's also an eye, and there's also a recording, and we talked about Catherine Moriarty. She was a like a in a popular, I think I want to say it was punkish maybe band, but like her hit song is the delivery method. It's the carrier, so to speak, for this voice. And again, all these remnants are supposed to be of a demon. Uh, the hand is supposed to have been cut off of a demon. The eye, same thing, and the voice is supposed to be this recording of a demon that these dark op people or whatever have attached to this Catherine Moriarty song. And there's these levels here. Now, I don't. I mean, really, we focus on the hand though, and so the situation of the hand is that um, we've got these crime type people that are trying to get it for their collector of a boss. Like he wants this hand, and the dark ops people are trying to get it um, to prevent what is going to happen with this hand, like being out in the open or whatnot. So again, when you're around this thing, when you're carrying it, I mean, much like the one true ring or whatever, there it controls you. It affects you. Like you can feel it. Like even if it's locked in like a lead box, you can still kind of feel it driving you to violence. And the other thing is when people die within the vicinity of the hand, they come back. And they're like these zombie like type things. So you got a bit of zombies too if you're a zombie nut. But the term fever house basically refers to an out of control situation, I think, um, in regards to these remnants. So, Portland has become a fever house. I mean, it is, we're in trouble. I mean, these zombies have multiplied. I mean, shit has literally hit the fan. And we're trying to deal with all that. Meanwhile, the Dark Ops people have kidnapped Catherine Moriarty. Remember, she's agoraphobic. She's got like a circle around her apartment that she'll can actually stomach, but she can't go any further. She's been kidnapped, all in the effort to get her son Nick Coffin to deliver the hand. He doesn't even have the hand anymore, whatever. But it's very very action packed though. I will say that, and again, like I said, you meet a lot of characters and you don't really know who's going to make it and who's not. Left on a bit of a cliffhanger. So, I've taken a small break after reading this, but I really can't wait too much longer before I get into The Devil by Name. I mean, it looks like The Devil by Name is going to get more into the eye. But yeah, one other thing I'll say, I mean, I've already told you some characters have died. Um, and that is pretty shocking. Like you like a lot of people they're in this story to help the story along, and then they just exit stage left in dramatic fashion, and it happens multiple times. And I don't want to say it was a shock every time, but it was kind of a oh shit moment, multiple times. So yeah, this is Fever House by Keith Rosson. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff here that I could have gone into. But really like the characters of like Hutch Holtz and Nick Coffin. Like I said, for me personally, I less liked the characters of the dark op characters. I don't, Samantha Wiles is one, and I can't remember the John Bonner is a guy, but there's some weird stuff going on there too. Like there's this um character they call Michael, Saint Michael, and there's this. I never fully understood this. It feels like either one, he is a physical demon, or like I leaned into the fact that he was actually a physical angel, because they they clip his wings ever so often, like that, they prune his wings back, so I don't know, he can't escape, or I don't know what the, but he gives he has visions of things, and the dark ops people have him, and they've he's provided them help along the way. Like he predicted that there was going to be a bomb in this location, and there was, and they were able to stop it. So a lot of, I mean, real life, mobs, Goodfellas crime type feel, but peppered heavily with supernatural type stuff. So I dug it. 3.5 stars from me. Fever House, Keith Rosson. This is Well Red Beard. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying all your books, all of them, as much as I am. If not, you are reading the wrong damn books.